Good morning, folks. It is Magnum PI. Just kidding. It is me, Billy Blackman, the A1 American Negro, also known as the Mahogany Patriot. And we got some stuff to talk about this here morning. It's a Monday morning. It was big news, or was it? No one probably was talking about it, but it was big news to this cowboy, this American, on Friday afternoon. The Blackman family, they usually get on me. They say, you call people stupid too much. That's mean. You shouldn't say that word, stupid. It's a bad word. And my reply usually is, when people quit being stupid, I will quit identifying them as stupid. So we're going to say stupid a whole lot today on this show because there's a whole lot of stupid going on. So in our culture, there's a big to-do about discrimination. We're against it. It's wrong. People marched so we wouldn't discriminate anymore. We're different. We're America. That was back in the 60s. That's back in Alabama. We don't do that anymore. Or do we? So first of all, because words mean things, I am going to read you the definition of the word discrimination. I'm going to use this archaic device called a dictionary. Actually, the book, not my phone, but in a book. And to discriminate, it says to make a clear distinction, to distinguish, to make a sensible decision, to judge wisely, or it means to distinguish by class or category without regard to individual merit, to show preference or prejudice. And I see that's what we're doing in our day and age. We are showing preference, we are showing prejudice without regards to the individual, without regard to the individual's merit. It's not the Klan, at least it's not the Ku Klux Klan that's doing it. It's people that you would think know better. And we're seeing this discrimination. We see it, well, when we would go to the store a couple of weeks ago, and they say it's coming back. Our good friend Dr. Fauci, he says the mask mandates may come back even if you've taken the needle in your arm. But you would go up and they'd have these signs and it would say no colored folk. Oh, wait, no, that's a different one. It would say no mask, no service. Or if you're not vaccinated, you can't come in here showing your ugly face. I hate to break it to you, folks. Jim Crow, he's alive and well. Because just because they've changed the names, the principle, the hate, the discrimination is still the same. And we are going into it blindly. We're going into it gleefully, not paying attention to what we are giving approval to. The masked versus the unmasked. I love going into stores without my mask on and they look at me and I look back at them because you know what? I'm used to the looks for some odd reason and it doesn't bother me. I carry on and I keep on going. And now we're seeing it's the vaxxed versus the unvaxxed. In fact, one lady who should know better, she was flapping it good on Friday. We're going to play a clip. My producer, we're going to try to get high tech, but we're going to try it this way. And if we get it high tech, we'll edit it in. But I'm going to play her for you on my phone because I could mimic her. I can mock her. But you know what? She does such a good job of her own. I'm just going to play it for you.
What is it going to take to get people to get shots in arms?
I don't know. You tell me. Folks supposed to have common sense. But it's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks. It's the unvaccinated folks that are letting us down.
But as a leader of the state, don't you think it's your responsibility to try and help get this situation under control?
I've done all I know how to do. I can encourage you to do something, but I can't make you take care of yourself.
Hear, hear, and yea, verily, lady, you cannot make me take care of myself. And I love it. I know what to do. I can't make you take care of yourself. You can't take care of myself. You can't even get your state to read. What? I looked it up. I figured since this lady had so much time to mind my business, to eat out of my plate, I figured let's look up the good old state of Alabama and see how they're doing educationally. So I looked up rankings state-wise of who's killing it in education, and I started with the bottom because who cares who's at the top? Because we're all kind of equally stupid these days. But to my surprise, they were not on the bottom end. They were not 50th. They were not 49th. They weren't 48th. They weren't 47th. I was embarrassed. I was going to take back some of the mean and hurtful things I was going to say. And then I clicked on the next page and, well, there they were. Not 46, but number 45. Governor, you've got better things to do. You've got bigger fish to fry than worrying about me and my face and my vaccination. How about you teach your state something? And I love it because, did you get her clip? Did you hear what she said? It's time to start blaming the unvaccinated, not the regular folk. What? The regular folk? See, those are fighting words. The regular folk. I don't know what she's talking about, but I'm is a regular folk. You are a regular folk. It's not up to her to determine who's a regular folk. And see, that sounded like, well, I don't want to cast aspersions on anybody, but that kind of sounds a whole like our old friend Jim. Who? Jim Crow. The regular folk can come in the front. The non-regular folk got to go in the back. And as you know, the regular folks were the white folk and the non-regular folk were the colored people. And I'm not trying to start a race war because that's not what this is about. I'm saying whenever you start to determine between regular and non-regular, you're going down an incredibly dangerous, ugly road because we have been there before. And before that, we've always done it, not as Americans, but as human beings. We always have to find someone to be on the outside. In the North, there used to be signs that said, Irish need not apply. We will discriminate against anybody. I'm waiting for the sign that says ugly people need not apply because then I'm out of work. But this whole discrimination thing, it's not good and it's not new. It's old as sin, as time itself. And let's not get it twisted. Because I mentioned the Ku Klux Klan. I'm not making any assertions. I'm not making any accusations against the great governor of Alabama. But see, the Ku Klux Klan, and we will do something about them in a couple of weeks / months if we're still around. But they made their claim to fame by rooting out and putting non-regular folk in their place. If they were living in the wrong part of town, they would let them know you don't belong here. If they were getting a little bit too uppity, they'd put them right back down in their place and show them how things are around here. And that's kind of what this governor's doing. It's what a lot of governors are doing. It's what a lot of non-elected officials are doing, telling us what our place is, what we ought to do, how we ought to think, what we ought to look like. Not color-wise, but with these daggum masks. And it's not new. It's old as time itself. And see, we got, dare I say, here it comes. We got a new Klux Klan. And they're not only white. They're black. They're brown. They're beige. They're ugly. They're pretty. They're professional. They're stupid. They're everywhere. And they don't wear hoods. They're undercover. And they are out there. You have to listen. You got to watch and see what they stand for. And it's like, you know what? You're not burning the cross, but you are burning me up with the gibberish that you're spreading. So we got a new Klux Klan. So maybe we need some new brand patriots. Some new Americans that'll say this far and no more, my friends. You're not going to push me. You're not going to tread on me anymore. See, we have thrown a lot of stupid around. We've talked about the Ku Klux and the new Klux and the Governor Ivy down there in Alabama. She don't know what else you could do. You can start by some of this. That is golden. But you know what we need is some new patriots. And I can talk it and I can fling it, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to give a little hat tip. Eric Clapton. I don't think he's an American citizen, but you know what? I'm going to make him an honorary patriot. Because my man, when he wasn't laying down mean riffs with the great B.B. King and partying with the immortal Stevie Ray Vaughan, he's taking it to another level because my man says he's not going to play in venues that demand, that require that people be vaccinated. He says that is discrimination. And you know what, friends? It is. So proof positive that you can have God-given talent playing the devil out of a guitar. And you can also have some earth-earned sense. So once again, hat tip to Eric Clapton for setting it straight, for taking a stand, for putting his money where his mouth is. What? Because that's going to cost him money, but he's taking a stand. So folks, what do they say? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. So there you go. The new Klux Klan is at it. I think it's about time we got at it too. So hey, it's me, the A1 American Negro, the Mahogany Patriot, Billy Blackman, coming to you live from Paradise, America, at least for today. So we'll see you next time. And until then, be good, take a stand, and love your country, and tell someone about it. I'll see you later.